Hello, YouTube live stream. I'm on here to share about prosperity. I know in the church they talk about the prosperity gospel. There is no such thing as prosperity gospel. That's not prosperity. So I'm on here to share what the Bible says about prosperity, okay? What true prosperity is. In the church, they don't want to talk about what true prosperity is, okay? So what the world says about prosperity, that's not That's not prospering. Having a bunch of money, cars, clothes, being rich and famous, that's what the people in the world say and the rappers say. That's not prosperity. That's false. I'm over here to talk about true prosperity, okay? From the Bible. I've been looking in the Bible for what true prosperity really means, okay? What true prosperity, what it really means to prosper, what the Bible, what Jesus Christ says about prosperity. I know what the world says about prosperity. The world says if you have money, cars, clothes, and women, that's the world's definition of prosperity. But that's not prosperity. So I'm finna share what true prosperity is from the Bible. Okay, true prosperity. All right. So here goes true prosperity. What the Bible says about true prosperity. All right. Not what the world says. What the rappers say about prosperity is wrong. Having bling bling and jewelry and cars and a big mansion, that's not prosperity. Okay? So I will be going to Second John 3 in the King James Bible about prosperity. Second John 3. Second John 3 in the King James Bible, true prosperity. Okay? Let's see what it says in the King James Bible about prosperity. Okay, here we go about what prosperity really is. Okay, let's find it. True prosperity. It says in John 3, second John 3, beloved, I wish above all things that thou may prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prosper. So true prosperity is prospering in your soul and in your health. That's true prosperity from the Bible. What the world and the rappers tell you, that's not prosperity. Having a bunch of bling bling and jewelry around your wrist and around your neck and having a big mansion and being famous, that's the world's definition of prosperity. That's not prosperity. But true prosperity in the Bible is prospering in your soul and in your health. I'm talking about soul prosperity, prospering in your health. Prosperity is not money. Okay? It's not money. True prosperity is prospering in your soul and in your health. Second John 3. That's true prosperity, according to the Bible. And then Psalms 1:3 says, the person is like a tree. Person is like a tree by streams of water, which yield its fruits in seasons, and those leaves does not wither. Wherever they do, they will prosper. There go prosperity right here. True prosperity is in Jesus, where you prosper in your soul and in your health. But the rappers in hip hop, what they tell us, having bling bling and jewelry and cars and a big mansion, that ain't prosperity. No, I've been looking in the Bible. True prosperity is prospering in your soul and in your health. That's what it means to prosper in the Bible, in the church. Prospering in your soul and in your health. Second John 3. Okay? What the rapper's telling you, that's not prosperity. And there is no such thing as no prosperity gospel. That's not the gospel. That ain't the gospel. Beloved, that you prosper in your soul and in your health. Okay? Second John 3. John was speaking to his friend Gaius. So that's true prosperity from the Bible. Second John 3, prospering in your soul and in your health. And there is no such thing as no prosperity gospel. That ain't the gospel. I mean, that ain't prosperity. There's a difference between the world's prosperity and God's prosperity. Prospering in the church is prospering in your soul and in your health. Second John 3. Bye bye.